Hi, HFA Recap here. Man, show your support, and please subscribe to my channel. The movie begins at a funeral where it is revealed that the relationship between Jonas's father and his grandfather is not good. Then about 4 months later, when Jonas's parents are going on a deserted road, a black car comes towards them at full speed and their car crashed with a tree and both of them die. Jonas is left alone and broken inside. He starts crying at the funeral of his parents where his friend Nina takes care of him. After her parents' funeral, Nina learns that Jonas is going to live in Bavaria. This makes Nina very sad, and then suddenly Friedrich comes there and invites Jonas to stay at her house until he turns 18. He says yes, and Nina is also happy that Jonas will be with her now. 1 year passes and we meet Jonas at his school where a new teacher, Miss Helena Young, joins the school. On the very first day, Jonas and all the students are stunned to see the new beautiful teacher. Helena takes all the students to the beach and tells that Mr. Meinecke, who used to teach German before, has had an accident. Now Helena will take his place. Hearing this, all the boys bubbling over with joy in their minds. Helena invites some of the boys to her new home to help Jonas and his friend Florian say yes. Nina also sees Jonas and agrees to help. When the three of them reach Helena's house, she separates Nina from her friends and complicates her with other work. But Nina begins to suspect that something is wrong and starts looking for evidence in the storeroom when suddenly Helena comes there. Nina says that she was looking for a piece of wood and avoids it. Shortly after, Nina starts bleeding from her leg due to her injury and she goes to her home with Florian, and Jonas leaves as well. Then here comes a twist and we see that Helena has lots of photos of Jonas that she burns. But why Helena has these photos? What is the secret that Helena is hiding? The next morning Helena meets Jonas while jogging and he reveals that he likes to write poetry. On the same day at school, Helena asks all the students to write a poem. Jonas gets a chance to show his talent. In the evening, Nina comes to Jonas's house and tries to show Friedrich Jonas's writing talent while having dinner. But Jonas's grandfather thinks that a writer has no career. Friedrich reads Jonas's poem and thinks that there is nothing in it. Jonas's father also wanted to become a writer, but Friedrich did not approve of it. The next day, after school is over, Helena invites Jonas to her house, saying that she wants to read all of his poems. Jonas arrives at Helena's house in the evening and sees Helena unclothed as she goes to take a bath. Then Helena starts crying when reading the poems. Jonas kisses her when she sees him. Helena does not refuse him and they both spend their evening like this. The next morning, Jonas and Helena cycle together to school, but Nina sees them from behind the bushes. Nina's friend Jule at school begins to suspect that something is going on between Jonas and Helena. After school, Jonas takes Nina to his parents' house and wants to sell the house. But he misses his childhood and hugs Nina and starts crying. Then they start kissing each other. Nina says she will never leave Jonas. Then comes the 50th anniversary of Jonas's school where Friedrich is invited as a special guest because he was the principal of Jonas's school long ago. Helena is also there and looks at Friedrich angrily, and when Friedrich's eyesight meets Helena, he faints. Nina notices this and her suspicions begin to grow. That same night Friedrich regains consciousness. Nina is there and she tells Jonas about the school. Nina thinks that Friedrich and Helena know each other because she has seen the anger in Helena's eyes. Jonas finds all this nonsense and ignores them. This does not go down well with Nina, and she leaves in anger with Jonas. When Jonas opens his eyes the next morning, Helena is already in his bed before anyone can see Helena getting dressed and going to her house. But Nina sees him leaving Jonas's house and her suspicions are convinced. Turns out Nina goes straight to school. Nina tells her friend Jule about Helena and Jonas's relationship. Then Jule shares an old anecdote. Many years ago, when Jule's father was in school, she was taught by a teacher who looked exactly like Helena. Nina's brain lights up. Neela feels that there are many secrets hidden in the old school yearbooks. When she inquires about the yearbooks from the school librarian, Helena also listens to her. Just then, Jonas also comes to school, and he learns loudly that Nina is in the library and he rushes to meet Nina. Nina, on the other hand, finds a picture of a woman in the 1985 yearbook who looks exactly like Helena. Before Nina can do anything, Helena comes there and strangles Nina to death. And throws the body to the library and hides it. When Jonas comes to the library looking for Nina, Helena lies to him that Nina has go to home when the school is empty. She wraps Nina's body in a cloth and puts it in her van. Then she leaves Nina's body in cycle in a secluded place on the seashore. That same night Jonas calls Helena to his parents' house and he asks about Nina. Helena says that Nina is jealous of her and Jonas' relationship and must be traveling on her bicycle somewhere. Helena brings wine for Jonas. Helena says that from now on on she will only be friends. As she goes out, Jonas grabs her hand and starts kissing. Helena does what she always does with Jonas, does it together. Jonas goes to his house in the middle of the night. Friedrich is waiting for him. They also take him and know about Jonas's affair, but Jonas doesn't care anymore. The next morning Jonas learns that Nina's dead body has been found. He accompanies Friedrich to the beach, where he sees his friends with Nina's mother, but shortly after Friedrich faints and becomes Florian and Jonas takes them to the hospital. Jonas and his friends also start searching for something in the yearbook, but the page where Nina saw the picture must have been torn down by someone. Then when the three of them opened the old documents on the school's computer, it is revealed that the photo Nina had seen was of Maria Roth, a German teacher who had drowned. On the other hand, Friedrich is not alone in the hospital because Helena reaches there due to falling on the beach. Friedrich's tongue is cut off so he cannot call anyone for help. Helena looks at them with hatred and tells that she is none other than Friedrich's daughter Maria Roth, as his mother Maria and Friedrich were together at one time. But when Friedrich came to know that Maria was pregnant, he was left. Maria, she loved Friedrich very much, but Friedrich loved his self-respect and did not want a child without marriage. Maria gave her life by drowning when Helena was only 4 years old. Helena had killed Jonas's parents and now will do the same to Jonas. She has come to avenge her mother's death. Jonas goes home to sleep and opens his eyes in the morning, so Helena brings his grandfather home with the doctor's permission and Friedrich is shifted to the living room. Then Jonas asks Helena that as his mother is Maria Roth. Helena says she will tell him the whole story. While drinking coffee, she brings the coffee but mixes white powder in Jonas's cup. No one knows Helena's plan. She puts Friedrich's bed in front of the window so that she can see Jonas. His plight as she had witnessed his mother's death. As Jonas drinks a little coffee, his body stops working properly. Helena tells the story of her mother to Jonas and then tries to drown him in the pond, but Helena's attention is diverted from Jonas when she hears something breaking from the Jonas's house. Jonas escapes and leaves the pond to go into the house, noticing that his grandfather has fallen off the bed. But shortly after, Helena arrives and attacks Jonas before strangling Jonas. Jonas picks up a piece of glass and smashes it into Helena's chest and saves her life, and the movie ends here. So I hope you enjoy the video, so click any video of 3 of them and enjoy next, and don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the like button. Thank you for watching. See you soon.